welcome back to my channel. I'm Forever Patra Denise, produced by Zenny Productions, and this here is my sweet tea. Hey, just because it's tea does not mean it's gossip. Hey, y'all see, I got my iPad here. Excuse me for being tongue tied. And shout out to the lip, y'all. Look at this. Okay, that's enough. Today, I was challenged by the Essence of Tea and some other YouTubers to do a wife tag. And it's actually right on time because next week, I celebrate 12 years of being with my husband. 12 years, as we call it, my husband calls it 12 years of love, 8 years of marriage. And, this is just right on time. So I'm just going to get right into the questions. I'll start with the top question. It says, who has the very best wife? I mean, duh, my husband has duh, and it says why. Okay, so pretty much what makes me a great wife? Time has made me a great wife. Experience have made me a great wife. That's pretty much the basis. Time, experience, and my husband. So over time, with experience and being with my husband, or being the wife to him, that has made me a great wife. Okay? And I couldn't have asked, and I say this all the time to my husband, I couldn't have asked to be married to anybody else. He's such a unique individual, and we kind of each other's yin to the yang. So our personalities kind of go like this. Like, I am the dramatic, outspoken, over the top, like rah, rah, rah type person. And he's the cool, calm, collected, don't have much to say. But please don't try him because it'll be the last try you ever give. Right? And we just click, like we go together. Like, we know each other's funny. Like, it's hard to explain. We just get each other and we go each other. As quick as we piss each other off, as quick as we laughing at the situation. Literally. Full blown, like, crocodile laughter tears. Okay? But that's what has made me a great wife is time, experience, and my husband, because he's he's a very unique individual, and that's probably one of the best things I like about our relationship is that we're both very unique. Obviously, women can be dramatic and over the top, but just the way we are with each other and how we are able to press each other forward in those particular characteristics is amazing. Okay, so the next question is, who made the first move? Now, if you have not watched my video where I slid into his DMs, link in the bio, in the description, you will be able to watch that video. I made that video when I first started YouTube in 2019, where I was very inconsistent. I was posting like once every few months. I actually, probably the entire year, I probably posted maybe 10 times out of the entire year. And that was just, majority from the month of December of 2019. Right, I know. I didn't post that many times in 2019 at all. But that was one of the videos that I posted in 2019 was that I slid into his DMs. And you will be able to watch that video. So I'm not going to answer that question. Go and watch that video because you do not want to miss out on that story. So fun. So much going on in that story, okay? So, but here's the thing. If you ask my husband who made the first move, he will swear up and down it was him. Sir, it was who? It was who? No, it was me. Duh. All right. So the next question is, what is something we enjoy doing together? Okay, one thing we enjoy doing, and I wouldn't say it's together. I'm actually going to say two things. One thing we enjoy doing, and like I said, I wouldn't say it's together, is we normally send each other funny videos on Instagram. And then, so like, I'll be upstairs and he'll be downstairs or vice versa. And he'll send me a video and I'll watch it. I'll come downstairs and then we'll just have like a whole like laughing session or like, it was this for me, or did you see that part? Or watch it again, like yada, yada, yada. Like that's like one of our favorite things to do. The next thing is we enjoy having a meal, just me and him together. And I know you're like, oh, that's obvious, but no, we actually enjoy. First of all, we enjoy food in general, and we also enjoy just that time, like when we are by ourselves, just me and him, no kids, and we're enjoying food. Like the conversation is endless. It's good conversation. We're like in tune here. Obviously, the food is good, but we're like here, right? We're like and it's so intimate, and we both enjoy. Like we've both been like, that was such a good time. That was such a good experience. And it could be a car date with McDonald's. The food really don't matter. I mean, it's better when the food is amazing, but it doesn't matter. It's just a time we get by ourselves. So that's that. It says, when and where did we get married? So we got married on March 5th, 2013 in Champaign, Illinois. That's where I live now, currently. And we got married at the courthouse. We did not have a big wedding. There was a lot of reasons why we didn't have a big wedding or a larger, wedding party with the ceremony after reception afterwards. There's a lot of reasons that go into that. And hopefully one day, I can sit down and talk about that, and then talk about the reasons, why we may not ever have one. We may renew our vows, something. I don't know what we'll do, but I also had this thing that I didn't want to do a vow renewal or anything like that until I was done with all my children. I wanted all my children, since we already had children, right? I wanted all my children like in the wedding pictures and things like that. So yeah. So we got married at the courthouse. We had on regular clothes. We went to KFC afterwards. Like, we used what we had. Like, that was it. That's all, right? Nothing too special about the ceremony, but obviously the actual event was great. Okay, it says stay in or go out for you and then him. My husband is a stay in kind of guy. He rather order in, and we stay in, and we put on a movie because he loves movies. And it could be movies he's seen before, or something he hasn't seen in a long time, to something new. Sit in, eat, let's chit chat. Now, here's the thing. I like that too, but I don't want to watch movies. I don't want, actually, if we're in the house or we've ordered something, like if we're staying in, we ordering something, I want it to be like no electronics, no distractions here. Because I told you, one of the things that we enjoy is having a meal and just here. But when we're in the house, a lot of times it's kids, it's TVs, electronics. But when we're in the car or we're out to eat or whatever, we're here. We're focusing on each other and, food. Excuse me, but when we're in the house, it's different. So I like to stay in, but I don't want no distractions, no cell phones, no electronics, no music, no games, no nothing. Just me, you, and food and conversation. Now, here's the thing. We like to go out too, because getting out, getting dressed, or getting dressed in to go out, it makes you feel good. Right? So that's what we like. We like both. But I think for him, because he's a homebody and stuff like that. So I think he would rather stay in. If it was to me, I choose to go out. But we genuinely like both. Staying in and going out. Okay. So the next question is there anything I would change then or past, now or both? Is there anything I would change back then in the past? That's a hard one. I definitely think there's a lot of things I would change. And it's not saying that I was a bad person. It's not saying he was a bad person. I wouldn't say we got married young. We were in our late 20s when we got married, which is pretty common. Most people get married in late 20s, early 30s. But there's so many things I could have done better. Where we would have been further along emotionally, intimately, communication-wise. Yeah. And I could be sitting here talking to you all day about them. So let's use one as communicating. My way of communicating, or my way of communicating, was rah. Like, let's talk about it right now. You got to see my point of view. You see how that go? And he just like, okay, we done talked about it. I'm moving on. And I'm like, no, we got to keep talking about till you understand what I'm saying. And that's not how, like, if he doesn't receive it like that, or your spouse doesn't receive it like that, then you can't keep trying to beat it in them. Like, come on, patron. You can't beat it in them. So that's one thing I wish I would have changed. Now I've changed the way I go about that. I still want you to understand where I'm coming from, so you can at least see my perspective, but I don't have to beat it in you, and it don't have to be rah, rah, rah. Okay? Now, is there something I would change now? The only thing I would change now is having more children, I think. I think that's what I would change now. Yeah, I think that's what I would change. Okay, so next question is, what do I love most about my husband and why? Girl, he a whole snack. I said girl. Listen, sweetie fam. Baby boy is the appetizer. He's the menu. Period. Exactly. He is the menu, okay? And that's on period. I mean, to be honest, even his flaws I love, because it shows, first and foremost, that he's human. That's one thing that I've learned about myself as well as life in general. Everybody's human. So you're going to have some very great things about yourself, but then you're going to have some bad things about yourself too, or some things that can be worked on. So I love everything about him. I love his character, how he is as a person, meaning how he, loves us, and he enjoys being a, dad to girls. We also have a son who's a teenager. He likes the whole, we cool, leave him in alone, we doing us type. I love all that. I can't say there's nothing I don't love about my husband, and not enough for me to be like rah 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 about it. Like, to be married to be in a marriage, in a great healthy marriage, you gotta love a person, flaws and all. Now, back in the day, I can't say I loved flaws and all. I love the great parts. Oh yeah, who don't? But them flaws, and they would pop up, I'll be like ready to check out. And that's something I would change. Not being ready to check out so fast. Check out mean going to divorce. That's what check out mean. It's just being honest. And I wouldn't want that. Now. I can't see myself after 12 years of love, 8 years of being married. I can't see myself being married to anyone else. That's it. That's all. So it's how many kids did each of us want before marriage? I'm sorry, this is the next question. What about after? So when me and my husband got together, I already had a child that was 2 years old, turning 3 when we first got together. So that's the oldest, TJ, who he has fathered since he was literally 3 years old. And Terrell is turning 15 in March as well. So we started dating March 5th, and then Terrell's birthday is March 30th. As I said, we got together early. So Terrell doesn't know any father figure, any male in my life as in a spouse or in a relationship besides my husband. So, Terrell was already a part of the picture, right? Then we obviously have 2 more daughters, which is Sydney and Summer. Originally, my husband was like, I want to go to grad school. I want to do this, I want to do that. I don't want to get married or have kids until I'm turning 30. I was turning 34 years ago. We was getting ready to have our 3rd child 4 years ago, because she turns 4 this year. So, and he only really just wanted one other child. We got 3 kids, so yeah. I'm a Gemini, so one minute I say I never wanted kids, and the next minute I say I want a whole bunch of kids. So let's move on to the second part, which is what about after? My husband said he's done having children, but I definitely would love to have more children. Not today, though. No, not today. Not at all. But we do have a great family, and we don't even say blended really, because honestly you can't tell, because the other biological parent is not a part of our child's life. So it is what it is. Okay, Next question. Got 2 more questions, y'all. Next question. Who made the first move? Oh, wait. I think I read that question. Hold on, y'all. I read that question already, too. And, last question. I'm sorry. It says, who said I love you first? And I said I love you first. But a real one said I love you first. And that was me. You know, I slid into the DMs first. You know, I made the first move. I had to come correct. And it was literally like 3 months after we started dating. Like, I ain't never fell for nobody that fast. Because, you know, I'm a real one. That's on period. Okay? Like, yes. Oh, I think the picture's live. So when I took the picture was taken, it recorded. Because, you know, live photos kind of give you a snippet of who took, you know, like like a video almost. Anyway, like I said, we're celebrating 12 years of love, 8 years of marriage. Come next week, which is March 5th. And, you know, it's always a time for us to reflect. And every year we're like, can you believe, like, we've been together, like, over a decade. We got 3 kids. We own a house. We own cars and all this other stuff. And it's always kind of mind-blowing because for the most part, most of us was against us. And we wasn't even no bad people. Like, he had finished college. I was in college. Like, the relationship has never been bad. We've never broken up. We've always been riding with each other. You know, everything we've done has always been legal. Ain't never been evicted. Never had nothing turned off. Actually, one time, I think we had our electric turned off. This had to been, TJ couldn't have been no more than like 4 or 5, maybe. One time, overnight. One time. So out of 12 years, one time for like 12 hours. Right. Anyway, so like we've always played by the rules, did what we supposed to do, you know, took care of each other, ain't been no mess, ain't been no cheating, no other people, you know, ain't no having no each other social security numbers, like passcodes, all that. Like, it's been straight copacetic, like just a really great and healthy, good relationship. First time in my life from a male that I had a relationship with a person, never lied to me, never cheated on me, you know, never abused me, you know, tried to manipulate me. Like, the list goes on. I never had that with my husband. And I also came into a relationship with that same mentality. Like, I told him from the gate, like, was 100% honest with everything, which is never my cup of tea because I was always saying you'll never tell people your business and all that. But I said if I was going to make any relationship work, I had to be honest. So if you accepted me for that or you didn't, that was up to you, right? But I know on my part, I was going to be honest. No more lies, no more games, no more none of that. And it's worked for me, right? It's worked for me. Has it been hard? Yes. Marriage is the hardest thing I've ever done. It's harder than labor, pregnancy, delivery, but it's definitely worth it. So y'all comment down below if you're married, if you want to get married. I want to know when y'all got married, or what is the like most special thing about your marriage or union with your spouse. Y'all, I am Forever Patra Denise, and I tagged, who else I tagged? I tagged Beauty on a Dime. I tagged her. I tagged Precious Kisses, though I think they're both wives. Who else do I tag that's a wife? That are YouTubers. Who else? I got some more YouTubers that are wives. Oh, I tag Girl Talk Honesty. She a wife too. That's my homegirl. Who else do I tag? So for right now, that's all I tag. All right, y'all. I'm Forever Patra Denise. Do not forget to subscribe. Click that bell so you be notified. Okay, and y'all be sweet.